Y equals cosine of theta or cosine of x, right? Yeah. So cosine would normally be like this. It would go to here, and like this. And this graph is so, ooh, it's drawing stuff after I draw, like on time delay. That's a little frightening. And stop at 2 pi, correct? And starting left to right, what does a 1.5 do to us?
Like stretches.
Like stretches, we're going to call that an amplitude. Our amplitude is going to be 1.5. So it's going to go up 1.5 and down 1.5. So we're going to start here. Same curve though. Probably should have used a better color than orange with the red, but whatever. 1.5 on both sides. So far so good? Well, what's next?
Okay. So this might be wrong. But you have to do something with the 4.
I do have to do something with 4. What do I do with 4?
I don't really know how I got it, but I got 1/2 for the period.
So the period equals 2 pi over the number in front of the theta. Okay. That's a 4 in this case. I know I simplify fraction, so I get pi over 2, not 1/2, but pi over 2. Agreed? Yes. All right. Which means I have to do that whole entire thing before I get to pi over 2.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to be here at pi over 2, aren't I? Right? I'm going to do this whole entire curve by the time I get to pi over 2. Agreed?
No, wait, how did you get
A normal period is 2 pi, agreed?
Yes.
But we're going to do the whole thing. We're going to get through a whole cycle by pi over 2. Which means we're going to start up here. We're going to go all the way down and back up by the time we get to pi over 2. So we skished it this way. Right? So instead of the period being a normal, relaxed 2 pi, we're getting it done in pi over 2. We got to start at the top, go to the bottom, come back up to the top.
Okay, so you just get one of those done.
Yep. And now once I have that done, what am I going to do?
Then you're going to
keep drawing. Oh, I went down to -2. That's bad. That was really ill done. Because the amplitude is only 1.5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to go. So I want to be back. I'm going to be back here, right here, right? I'm going to be right here. So wee.
Why don't they just tell you that it's like pi over 2? Like, why do they make you do like 4 theta?
Okay, so if I'm going to model an equation to describe how wave moves, so I can do all the things you know how to do with equations, I need to have something like this, and I need to know where to put that number. Okay. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Right? Because all the waves in the ocean don't repeat every 6.24 seconds. If I want to write a model for an ocean wave, I have to. And if I'm really interested in when this wave is going to come and strike our shores and wipe out a bunch of cities, I might have to do some calculations involving very quickly what the period is between the waves. Because period affects frequency, frequency affects speed. Yes?
One time, I saw this clip of this guy surfing this wave, but it was literally like 200 feet tall. Like, if he would be done for it, the wave would crash.
Yeah, if you ever, there's a set of waves up Hawaii, and I'm trying to remember the beach. There's a famous beach there, where typically the waves get 30 feet in amplitude. That's a normal day. So if you imagine 30 feet in amplitude, what does that mean when you're at the bottom of the wave looking up?
That's 60 feet.
It's a 60 feet building coming at you.
That's like 6 of me.
That's
pretty.
That's
Oh no. What? 6?
more like 10 of you, but.
Oh yeah, it's 10.
And that's a normal day. That happens every day. And people go out there and surf every like, oh, that's fine. I'm falling in the water. It's a 30-foot drop in the water, 60 feet. Well, yeah, what's the big deal?
Sounds fun.
Yeah. That is not on my list for fun.
Yeah.
That doesn't quite make my list. That sounds a little bit less like fun and more like punishment.
It sounds like it would be fun to like swim through.
And I did. I went out in that beach. I think it's Waikiki.
Oh,
Waikiki, I think is what it is.
Is it
And
near, like,
again,
military
if you
base?
surf in there's military had a base there, and that a lot of surfers, a lot of the surfing culture came from the military base there. But yeah, and then when they get crazy waves, they get 40, 45, 50. It's
Actually,
just that's 100 feet tall.
yeah, I
and
think
I-
I was at that beach. Like it had like a giant warning sign
Yeah.
saying "Don't surf."
There's like 8 warning signs. You have to walk by 8